Hey there, this is gutlessVADER, and today I'm going to show you how I fit so many mods into Skyrim. I think I have around 100 right now, so I'm just going to walk through installing one mod and what it looks like for me. Go to Skyrim Nexus. I'm going to look for a mod I've been meaning to get for a while now. Dance of Death. Spanish, Japanese, Czech, Italian, Russian. Alright, here it is. Now what I do is I click on this little binocular thing right here, track file, and now I can access it from the tracking center. To find that, just scroll over files and you can click on tracking center. And that's where you can access all of your mods and see the last time they were updated. So I'll go over here, I'll download it. I save all of my mods in a folder I made called Skyrim mods, and I have different categories, and for the ones I haven't yet installed to the game, I'll save them in a folder called New. So I'm done here. Now what I need to do is, well, it'll be easier to explain as I do it. This right here is my bash installers folder, and to get there, it's right where the Skyrim folder is, where all of my Steam games are. That's where it is. When you install Rybash, which I've got a link in the description to, you need to double click on bash installers and place all of your mods in here. They can be 7-zip or WinRAR. Now I'm going to go to where I downloaded the mod to. I'll extract it. Open it up. Alright, it's got both of these right here as soon as you open it, which means that I can just take this and copy it over here. Now for some mods, when you open them up, they'll have a data folder right here. Well, you'll need to go a layer deeper. So let's imagine that this was inside of a data folder inside the Dance of Death folder. I would select it, 7-zip, add to the Dance of Death. And then I would take that, move it over here. That's what you have to do for Rybash. Now I'll delete that since I'm done with it. And since I'm done putting mods in my bash installers folder, I can go over here, put it in my animations, and now I'm going to open up Rybash. You can just click your start button and search for Rybash, and it'll come up with Rybash Skyrim as the first one. If you have a lot of mods like me, it's going to take a while to load your installers tab. I'll speed up through it. So here I am with all my mods here. The lower you go down the load order, the more files that file is overwriting. So here is Cover Khajiit's Male, and here's Better Beast Races. And as you can see, Cover Khajiit's Female and Male are higher in the load order than it. That means that the files that are in Better Beast Races that are also in Cover Khajiit's Female and Male are being overwritten. So Unofficial Skyrim patch has the most files overwriting it. Every single file that I have in here that is loaded is overwriting the Unofficial Skyrim patch. Now you'll probably want to read up a bit and learn how to order them. Make sure that everything you override is okay for making your game run smoothly. As you can see in the bottom right, I've got 93 of 111 installed, and I actually have a few mods I have installed that I did not do through Rybash, and I'll show you those in a bit. So I'm going to install the Dance of Death, and it's installed. Doesn't overwrite anything, it's just got scripts and an ESP. Go over to my mods tab. Here I've got everything. I'll just check it, and I've got 54 of 58 mods activated. I'm done in here. I'm going to open up Boss Graphical User Interface. Recognizes 54 of 58. The unrecognized ones are fine. They're down here. And no errors, no nothing. Right here, no error warning messages. So I'm done with boss. Now, what I like to do, you don't have to do this, is under my app data local Skyrim, you'll have a plugins.txt. This is where boss rearranges all of your plugins. And what I find is that I've crashed a couple of times without doing this, but I have never crashed when I do this, is add skyrim.esm to the top. Because that's what it is in Rybash. Now I'll show you how I install the mods that I can't install with Rybash. So in here, I've got a folder called 9 Rybash. I'll open that up. Right now, all I'm using is SKSC, a later version than that. It's this one. I've already deleted the folder, as well as the anti-freeze performance patch, which is right here, and Superb ENB. So for ENB, just go to the core presets. Right now, I'm using performance. So all I would do is go in here, copy it, go to Skyrim, paste it. Pretty simple. I've already got everything in here. Now I'll show you what it looks like in the game. So here I am in the menu, about to play Skyrim. There's no fog in the background because I have a mod that disables it because the fog looks sort of layered. There's very rough transitions between the layers of fog when you have an ENB mod that accentuates it. So I will press the asterisk on the very right of my keyboard, and that will display the FPS so you can see it. It's usually locked to 30 in the transition screens, the loading. Here I am. Can't see very much here. Get to a better spot. So somehow my game is stable, and even though I'm using an ATI Radeon HD 5770, I can still run the game with fraps and record and get 30 FPS in Whiterun. I'm actually very surprised my graphics card has been able to handle this. I've got a lot of graphics mods, a lot of texture replacers. I'm using water medium, not the highest one. It's probably because of my resolution. I'm at 1366 by 768. Just walk up here, give you a brief view of Whiterun, then I'll head off to somewhere else. Ha! First time I've been here. I'm outside Whiterun now. There's little flickering on the ground. But that's about the only flicker I'm getting. On the front page of Skyrim Nexus, there's a video teaches you how to get rid of the flickering mountains over there. I'm getting very slight flickering, maybe in a couple of spots, but that's it. Other than that, it looks incredible. Made some any tweaks for that. It's supposed to not work with enhanced distant terrain, but I have that installed as well. You can see it makes the land up on the side of that mountain look quite a bit better. Fog looks great. Sun looks good. Generally just looks awesome. I love the self-shadowing on the trees. Well, for a full list of my mods, check out the description. If you want me to make a video going over all the any edits I've made, which is, I've probably added 200 lines of any edits to that thing, then sound off in the comments. If If you have questions, don't feel afraid to ask, and have fun modding.